My name is Hilary Amulen and I'm part of the team doing the monitoring visits for the DECEDA project. Today, we're at Butiru Demonstration Primary School and we'll be interviewing one of the teachers to just give us feedback on how they've been using the equipment to facilitate the students' online sessions. And on here is Reverend Yefusa. He'll be taking us through. We'll be doing a Q&A and just interacting. Mr. Yefusa, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, madam. My name is Reverend Yefusa Musamali, a teacher at Butiru Demonstration Primary School, teaching social studies right from P5 to P7. And we've been enrolled to e-learning that has really facilitated our learning process and has modules with the school, the proprietor of the school, and the whole team. As by the time they introduced us to e-learning, we've now shifted from a traditional way of teaching. We've now gone digital, in a sense that in the first beginning, would give a lesson, most especially some lessons would wanted real pictures. Tradition would just demonstrate to the learners, like for example, we're teaching about volcanic eruption. Would just demonstrate to them, but when they introduce us to e-learning, we'll now bring the real pictures, we'll project it to a TV, and it would play video, how volcanic eruption takes place, how it affects the nearby community, and the dangers of the volcanic eruption. This actually makes learning real. And a learner can't forget what he or she has seen real happening. So this actually has done us more good than harm. And because we have these gadgets, we see that the enrollment of the school has shot. Though
you talked of about 25 new students in primary 5 ever since the equipment was brought. Would you love to elaborate on that?
Before, we had the enrollment in P5 that was around 156. But when the gadgets came, teachers kept on bringing learners by the help of the team that went for the training.
Okay.
They would play us live lessons, and these learners went on to spread the news that Butiru them has a lot of computers that is really aiding their learning. And this spread the news that most of the learners from outside schools came to join us. And actually, as I talk, given the fact to have interaction, we have new learners who've joined us. The more than 25, I would say in number, but currently to have P6 who've also shot with the new learners.
Okay.
Whereby the team which went for the training, they've been conducting live lessons. And this has also helped us in that next year, we hope our P6 will go to P7. They will go beyond 200.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Also, during our earlier interaction, you'd spoken how this particular equipment has been very useful during this industry action.
Yes.
Very well knowing that teachers are on strike, and so you've been able to still continuously be able to teach the students without actually being physically here. Maybe you'd love to elaborate on that.
Given the fact that we teachers are on industrial action, we are also like other teachers outside there. We can't go with it, but because we have the gadgets that you gave us, we are now able, even if we don't physically go to class, we can project work on a TV, and these learners are able to teach themselves through discussing. They get a leader, then the leader keeps on explaining to them as they keep playing, because some of them knows how to operate these machines here. Yes.
What is the one thing that you would urge other teachers out there to maybe, if we're speaking about embracing the digital era as opposed to the traditional methods of teaching, what is the one thing from your experience interacting with this equipment, being able to use it to teach your learners, what would be the one thing you'd say to the other teachers out there?
I would love to tell my fellow teachers in the same fraternity that they shift from the traditional way of learning or teaching to the digital. This is because digital learning gives real lessons than the traditional ones, more especially when you're citing examples and giving illustrations than the traditional ones. For example, when it comes to drawing pictures, when you're drawing, for example, any picture, it will be a sketch. But when you're using digital, it will be a diagram drawn on scale. Yeah, this gives real learning to the learners.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very nice to know. From us, the monitoring team, we are happy that the outcomes of the project are being put into effect, and we are excited. Earlier on from our interaction, you mentioned that you are not part of the teachers that we selected.
Yes.
Would you like to speak about how the other teachers have been able to share their knowledge, and now even you can be able to use the equipment to teach your learners?
Thank you. Given the fact, teachers will work as a team. The first group which went for a training, they later on came and also ushered us in by training us on how to operate the equipment, telling us on how to handle them, and this also aided some of us who did go for a training to also operate the machines. Yes.
Okay. Viewers, you've heard from us from Butiru demonstration. We are very excited to see that the outcomes of the project are being put in effect. The teachers that went on to be trained have been able to share this knowledge with other teachers, and now Reverend here can be able to equally use the devices and train his learners. Thank you so much.